Hey guys, so we're here at Pixar Fest and we actually wanted to tell you guys about the newest addition to Pixar Fest, which is the Festival Marketplaces. Very similar to the California Food and Wine Fest, just on a smaller scale. They're all movie themed, so everything is named after something within one of the Pixar films here, and we're ready to review a few of them for you. First up is Gusteau's To Go. We're getting the Gusteau's To Go Macaron. It's a creme brulee filling with a caramel center. So this should be interesting. I'm not a huge creme brulee guy, but I'm very curious to try this out, and it looks so cute. Love that. All right, let's take a bite. That's really good. But you know, it's hard to do macaroons right, because a lot of times they're often too chewy or too dry. But Disney did this one very, very well. It's very moist. You can see it's a very thick center. It's definitely delicious. Absolutely, I totally get this.
I don't really taste tons of creme brulee. I don't even taste too much caramel. I'm not quite sure what it is. It's still good, like it's really good.
It all tastes just more vanilla.
Yeah, I still want to eat the whole thing. It's still really delicious. Just not getting a ton of the creme brulee.
Next up from the elemental table, we got smoked firewood. It comes with hot mustard, pickles, and charred onions on top of the chicken. There is a kick to it. You definitely can taste the spice, but it doesn't overpower you. And the charred veggies are actually quite good. It's very well breaded. You can see how it's well seasoned. I didn't think I was gonna like this, but it's actually really, really good.
I'm scared to try this one because it looks kind of gross. Ew. But I will say, it looks better in person than it does in the photos. The other thing is, the smell is fantastic. I'm a big fan of the Bengal barbecue over in Disneyland, and the sauce they're using on this smells very similar to the Bengal barbecue sauce, which I'm in love with. I love it. Oh, there's like an after spice. There's an after kick with the spice. It's surprisingly good. My one criticism is that I don't really like the pickles on top. Now, I'm a huge pickle fan. I will eat an entire jar of pickles in one sitting. I will even drink the pickle juice. I love pickles.
You're really weird.
But I do not think the pickles go with this. I would just take the pickles off and you have a perfect meal. If you like the Bengal barbecue, definitely try this.
The second dish we're trying from the elemental table is the cold nut whoopie cookie pie. It is 2 cake cookies, cocoa powder, and cream cheese frosting, and it kind of looks like Ember. Let's give this guy a try. Oh, that's good. Look at the inside. Look how colorful that is. Those cookies are super moist. It definitely tastes that cream cheese in it, but it's not overpowering. It's not overly sweet. So this is not something that you're gonna, really have like this really crazy sugar overload from.
It is amazing. It's almost like a handheld cake. Not a cupcake, because cupcakes you have the icing on the top. This one is like an all-encompass cake. You bite it and you have the perfect cake in your mouth. It's so good. If you're gonna try any dessert from the Festival Marketplace, get this. It has to be on your must-get desserts. It is fantastic.
Next up from the Spark, it's the Supper Club chicken and potato waffles, peach cobbler sauce, and a cinnamon crumble. I'm very curious to try this and see how this tastes. It's gonna be real interesting. It's definitely different. I mean, the potatoes are a little bit chewy.
Slimy yet satisfying.
The peach cobbler, I really don't know if it really goes with it. It's not bad, but I just don't know if it really goes with it.
You're learning to love them.
If you're into unique food, it's worth the whirl, but I'd probably skip this. All right, Christina's gonna probably be a little less generous with it than me.
I love peaches and I love chicken. I don't know, build them together. I kind of told Andrew not to get it, and he wanted to get it anyway, so now I have to try it.
Thank you, but no thank you.
So here we go. Oh God, it's mushy. I can't eat that. That's like, oh God, I'm by the garbage. Thank you. No.
So I told you I was a lot more generous than her.
I was trying to be polite on camera because there was one, the aftertaste. Something I tried at Food and Wine, I was like, right on camera, and I was like, I was trying to be polite, but I think I made it look even grosser, so I apologize for that. But this is disgusting. It's like slimy chicken. The peach sauce, okay, look at this. The sauce from the peach makes it slimy, so there's a slug on the bottom of your chicken. I don't want to eat a slug on my chicken. And then the chicken, you can't even taste the flavor of the chicken because you're so grossed out by the mush, and it doesn't even taste like a peachy flavor. I would not get this.
Ew, gross.
We're gonna try and salvage this stand's review a little bit with the jazz cake. It's just a run-of-the-mill, well, it's just a red velvet cake. Yeah, it's Disney. And cake, they know how to do it. It's moist, it tastes really nice. Not overpowering, not too sweet. It reminds me of a Twinkie. There's just something about it I really like.
I find it a little bit weird that there's no icing. There's this nice little kind of paper fondant. I'm not really sure. It's kind of just like, I don't know what you call this, like edible paper kind of. But I personally think it would be a lot better with icing on the top. They do have a bit of icing inside, but it's a very thin layer. I'd actually suggest if you're not super into the overly sweet cakes, this is probably really great for you. I really like the sweet stuff and I'm really into icing, so this is a pass for me. But if you're not so keen on the icing and the super sweet parts of cake, this might be the cake for you.
Second to last kiosk is Portorosso pasta from the movie Luca. It's a basil pasta with some potato and green beans, although those green beans don't look that inviting. It's good. It's very good. And for a pasta dish here, if you like pesto, you're gonna like it. All the other stuff is just frills, like the green beans and the potatoes, just accessories. This is primarily pasta, so don't let that scare you off. It's actually very good.
I'm gonna try one of the green beans because Andrew didn't comment on them. They're hard, they look like they've been in my freezer for 3 years and they just decided to cook them up today. Let's see how it tastes. Okay, I was very overly critical. They're actually very nice. They have a nice crunch to them and they're totally amazing garnish to this. Wow, I could see someone selling a bag of these green beans, sorry. I could see them selling a bag of these green beans, just a healthy snack. Go try the pasta now. That's quite nice, actually. It's a lot better than I expected. A major part of that's because I was very overly harshly judging those green beans, but this is very nice. This pesto is actually a pretty deep dish for, you know, a festival booth. They give you quite a good amount, and it's very yummy. So I would get this as a lunch. It's really good. Try it.
So when you've eaten as much food as we have, you're gonna want to wash it down with a nice refreshing drink. And we've got from the same Portorosso pasta, Sea Monster lemonade. It's lemonade, white grape juice, and peach syrup garnished with a blue citrus mango jelly. It's actually quite a nice flavor. I'm not nuts about the little jellies in here, but it's a little bit like a boba. Have them kind of all set to the bottom, but they're not bad. They actually are a bit candy-like, so I actually quite enjoy it. Most of the drinks here are alcoholic, but for non-alcoholic options, this is a very good one. I'd recommend it.
You definitely get a bit of the tart lemon in there, and a slightly bitter, but in a good way. It goes really well with the sweet candies. Very good. Let me try a boba, actually, or that jelly. I mean, they're not bobas. The bobas are nicely sweet, not overpowering, not too much flavoring, not too sweet. They're just right. This whole thing is just like perfect. I love it.
So next up from the Four-Town Fave Favorites, we have the Panda Apocalypse. It's layers of chocolate chunk brownie and New York style cheesecake topped with orange and red cream cheese frosting. It's meant to look like Maymay's tail. I'm gonna take a quick bit of a bite out of the middle here. See how this tastes. Oh, that's very good. I'm not a huge cheesecake guy, only because a lot of times you taste too much of the cream cheese, but this is so perfectly balanced. This is how I like my cheesecake. That is amazing. That is wonderful. You get a really good look. There's a chocolate cake underneath. This for me is an absolute home run, even though I'm not a big cheesecake guy. So honestly, if you like any cake,
Everybody loves cakes.
you're gonna love this.
I'm giving it a try. That is very good. It's more like a parfait almost.
Parfaits are delicious.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Whoopie parfait. This is another one of those must-tries. This and the coconut Whoopie pie. Those two are my favorites. I can't really think of anything else to say other than try this because it's amazing. It's like Woody says in Toy Story, if you don't have one, get one.
Get one.
Okay, we've made it to our final stop here at Hollywood Studios for the last festival marketplace. Anger management. Food option we got is just a joyful macaroni. There's also an angry option, which is spicy. And you can also get a half and half, which is called mood swing. But it's literally just basically mac and cheese topped with cheese puffs. Let's try it. Just your basic mac and cheese. It's not great, but it's not bad. I would say if you have kids, this is probably your best option because they're gonna like this. They're gonna love having the mac and cheese and the Cheetos. I'm not into spicy. If you like spicy, you'll probably like the spicy version. It's good, but it's mac and cheese. There's nothing to write home about. Also, the cheese puffs were a little bit stale. So, in conclusion, I would probably say my favorite dishes were the Portorosso pasta, the Whoopie cookie, and the Gusteau's macaroon. If you're looking for a little bit more of a protein-based dish, then the chicken, the Firewood chicken is really good as well. But those are really the two dishes that I would come for. And the desserts, you really can't miss on any of them. They were all fantastic.